All right, now I'm just going to go offline now, and you guys don't need to see me sew this all the way up. When you get to here, put your last white ones on here, and then I'll finish both sides. Hopefully I can get it done today. I am really, really loving this, and we'll hang some pretty dangles off. We're going to make a nice little strap, and all the bottom here is going to have all dangles on it like this, just like this. It won't have this. I made this little peyote kind of like a bead thing because originally I was going to close it with this I made, but it didn't work, so I ended up having to sew that on, and because you could see my threads, I put this on to hide my threads. That's all this was, so we're not going to do that. But yeah, that's all you're going to do now to sew up your sides, is just pick up a bead, drop down into the, like whatever color you're using, it's probably wise to pick that color, and then go back up the 2 beads. Kind of can't see from there, up those 2. Okay. I gotta get this red nail polish off. It's coming off on my beads. Shouldn't be wearing it before I continue doing this. I need a silver bead. And then I'm gonna drop down here. So the sewing up the side should go pretty quick. Whoops, those sunk in. That was not supposed to do that, by the way. I guess I just didn't pull it tight enough. Yeah, don't let it get loose, or your beads will fall in between. You don't want that either. So, my son's got Miku in the room, so he can deal with them. Alright, so keep it pulled super tight when you're sewing these together. As you can see what just happened to me. The beads sunk in. If there's a gap in between, your beads will sink in there. Making sure there's no gap. There you go. So I'm going to go finish sewing up my side. I'm going to need new thread, so I'm going to have to go over here and start probably new thread over on this side. And then we'll come back and do the rest. This is taking a while, but if you've got the time to spend on it and just sit there and do it all day, then go ahead. But I don't. Oops. Trying to close it. There. This is turning out so pretty. I know I used a very complicated, but I really love this filigree closure. I just think it looks stunning on here, the crystals. So, what do you guys think? Lovely, eh? Isn't that beautiful? I think it's stunning. So anyway, I'm going to go finish this off camera, and I'll be back after I get this side sewed up and this side sewed up. Okay? And it might not be today. Might not get all this done today because it is late in the day and I have supper to make yet, so and it's been really crazy at work, so I'm just seeing if these are all falling nice, hanging nicely, and they are. Oh my god, I just absolutely love this. So pretty, so pretty. There. Pretty, eh? Alright, see you in a bit. Okay, so I've gotten both of the sides sewed up, but I also did a nice little fringe on this side, and I'm going to do the same over here, but I'm going to show you how to do that because this takes a while to do. And then we're going to put our fringe on the bottom, which will be the last thing we do with this other than do our pretty little handle. Okay, so what I did is I sewed up this side here, so I finished up here because I started down here. Alright, so the thing with why I put this fringe on, which is actually really, really pretty, I love it, is because when you opened up this purse, these beads that we stuck on the side when we sewed it together fall inside. See? No matter how much you tighten it or pull it, the beads fell inside. So I figured out a way to stop it from doing that, so I don't have to push these beads back out, and that is by putting a fringe on it. So bring that back out. So the fringe that I put over here is really, really cute. This does take a lot of beads to make, but it's so worth it when it's done. Now, I'm coming out of my last bead where I sewed it on, so I'm gonna go up into the first bead here. Well, the last bead that I sewed on here, and I'm going to pick up two of, I'm working with the silver mostly because that's my main color is the silver. Okay, so I'm picking up two silver 11/0s, and then I have these little tiny bugle beads, and these are a size 1 or a 3mm, and they're Miyuki tube beads, so they're really tiny. So I picked up a tube bead, then I picked up one of my colors, so I'm using all 5 colors, the silver, the light purples. I'm just picking them up random. So I picked up a white one. I'm going to pick up another tube bead. I'm picking up 2 more 11/0s. Now, I've been using my little decorations, shoes, decorative shoes. As you can see, I hung one over here. So on my needle, you can see I have 2 11/0s, a bugle bead, an 11/0 bugle bead. These are all Delicas. And I'm picking up one of my charms, so I'm going to add a dangle. So I'm going to go through it like this. Well, whatever. Pick up 2 more 11/0s, a bugle, a white one, a bugle, and 2 more 11/0s. Okay, so now we have all of this. Oh gosh. First of all, I want to make sure this is going to be the right way, and it will. Alright, so we're coming out of this first bead here, this one, coming out on this side here. So we're going to go through here and just make a circle like this. Oops, you can't see what I'm doing. Okay, and there you go. You got your little dangle. Now for this one, I went through all these beads again just to reinforce this first one, just because it's heavy with your charm hanging off of it. So just go through all the beads again, tighten it right up nice. Okay, now I got to go through the whole of the charm. If I can push it out of my way. Okay, and through here, 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 and back through there. Alright. So I'm going back right through to the very beginning. This is finicky. but there. So your first charm, your first group of loops, which I hung this on wrong. I knew it. So now the purse, this shoe's hanging the right way. This one's the wrong way. Oh, shoot. Darn it. So this just means I have to go and take it out, because that's seriously gonna drive me nuts. I thought I had it on the right way, but I guess I didn't. And of course I snagged my thread. Can't see what I'm doing here. It's so far out of my reach. There we go. Alright, so, okay, so I pulled it out. I am going to take it off and flip it around. And put it on this way. Like that. There we go. And then put my needle back on. I can't even begin to tell you guys how many needles I have gone through. Lots. Alright, I can't even imagine trying to straighten that needle. Now let's redo this. So, going back through again, like that. And do we have, oh, I made a mess. Alright, do we have the shoe hanging the right way this time? We do. Alright, now to go back through all these beads. It's just because it's a heavier bunch of beads, you want to just reinforce your first one. You don't have to do it to all of them. I didn't do it to all of them. Okay. But I do snag it a lot on my here. Okay. And through those and through the last bead. There we go. Now she's hanging properly. Now you finish, get it nice and tight. You finish in that one, just go into the next hole beside, well, the next bead on the row that we sewed on. These are the beads we added on. So go into the bead right beside it. Okay, and then you're going to pick up 2 11s.